The art of rhetoric, persuasive techniques in advertising. Persuasive techniques appear in a variety of media, from a high school debate, to a built-in ad on a mobile app, to a brightly lit billboard on the street. Regardless of the mode of communication, the goal often remains the same: convince the audience of your point of view. That point of view may be political, informative, or is often simply, hey, buy this product instead of that one. Authors of a written persuasive essay use similar strategies. They make emotional appeals, build credibility and trust, and use logic and reason, all to convince the reader that their perspective is believable and true. Greek philosopher Aristotle used 3 terms to describe these rhetorical strategies: pathos, logos, and ethos. Not every advertisement will use all 3 of these techniques, but most use at least 2 to persuade the consumer to invest in a product or idea. We'll first start by taking a look at advertisements that feature pathos. An argument using pathos will attempt to evoke an emotional response in the audience. Before we get into advertising, let's envision this as a persuasive essay.
Imagine that you failed a math test because your school's strict anti-cell phone policy kept you from using your calculator app. Or that your sister gives birth to your baby nephew, but you have no idea because your teacher won't let you check your text messages.
Notice how this essay attempts to evoke 2 emotions: the fear of failure and the anxiety of missing out on important news, in order to persuade you. Now let's take a look at how this could work in advertising. Notice how the following ads want you to associate happiness or fun with their product. In fact, with a Happy Meal, it's right there in the name. These food-related ads have a pretty good idea of how you could satisfy your hunger.
Have your next burger with a side of awesome. The one-of-a-kind creamy blend of sweet and tangy. Miracle Whip, and proud of it.
Some ads attempt to tug at the heartstrings. What's a more effective way to sell Google? Showing you how to look up a recipe for meatloaf, or... How touching. One of the most obvious uses of pathos is the claim that a product can make you more attractive, such as in this ad for Axe body spray. Advertisers also know that you have an emotional investment in your own health.
So you can have your chips and eat well too.
Some products promise to provide relief from pain.
It stops pain before it gets worse. Nothing works faster. New fast-acting Advil.
Or to help others avoid pain. I can't watch this one. Let's move on. The second persuasive technique we'll talk about is logos. Logos is a logical appeal. An argument using logos uses logic and reason to persuade the audience. Logos uses statistics, facts, what a product does, how much it costs, simple logic and information. Notice the reference to very specific statistics in this excerpt from a student essay.
Studies have shown that student GPA increases by an average of 1.2 points per semester when schools lift the ban on cell phone usage.
This commercial for Kashi tells you what's in it. Notice the fine print. The Dole website contains nutrition facts. The Arm & Hammer toothpaste commercial shares what the product does, and adds a little website information for you also. This Lexus hybrid commercial contains details and
EPA
statistics.
estimated 42 miles per gallon have saved nearly 300 million gallons of gas, are up to 90% recyclable and include plant-based materials, and are on their 6th generation of technology.
The final persuasive technique we'll examine is ethos. Ethos is an appeal to credibility. An argument using ethos attempts to convince the audience that the creator of the message can be trusted. Again, let's look at a sample of persuasive writing and see how this connects. Notice that the author here is attempting to establish her credibility by proving that we can trust her.
This is my 4th year as a student at Madison High School. I've been the president of National Honor Society, captain of the Technology Committee, and very active in show choir.
Ethos in advertising is often demonstrated by the use of experts to establish credibility. This vintage ad lets us know that hospitals trust Pepto-Bismol, so you should too.
Stomach upset, stomach upset. It's time for Pepto-Bismol, time for hospital-tested Pepto-Bismol.
Yes, and actual hospital tests prove that Pepto-Bismol works where soda and alkalizers fail.
This website assures us that Tylenol is doctor recommended. But of course, the experts don't always get it right. Sometimes the experts in an advertisement are real people, giving real testimonials.
Tired of proving it. That's real cat urine, and we've gathered a group of cat owners to see what they smell.
I don't smell this at all.
Wow.
I don't smell any urine at all.
Febreze tells us that real people, not actors, experience how their product
Febreze
works.
Air Effects and let in real people.
I'd say it was very pleasant.
Flowers everywhere. Febreze did a really great job. Impressive.
Febreze Air Effects eliminates tough odors for good.
Sometimes ethos in an advertisement doesn't come from real people or experts. It comes from celebrities. Simply associating a celebrity with a product can convince people to make that choice. Tim Tebow doesn't design cell phones. Robin Williams doesn't make Snicker bars. And Taylor Swift might not even drink Diet Coke. But their simple presence in advertising is meant to persuade you.
Radiant skin, a good night's sleep, and a vino.
It's Friday. It's time to get this party started. Wow, MJ in the house of hell.
Tags are annoying, so we got rid of them. New Hanes tagless underwear. Go tagless.
Pathos, logos, and ethos. Defined by Aristotle over 2,000 years ago, and still found in all modes of persuasion.